Welcome to Wii Vault, a series on this channel where I take a look back at old Wii games, see if they're good, if they hold up today, and if they should come back. Today's guest, Wii Play. With all the Wii Vault videos I've done on this channel, this is actually the first one that is a true Wii exclusive, being developed and published by Nintendo themselves. This game was released in December of 2006 in Japan, Europe and Australia, and like February 2007 in North America. This game was actually sold as a bundle with an additional Wii remote, being priced at $49, and a Wii remote by itself is $39, so that makes this game about $10, which in today's money is about $15. So this is one of the cheaper games I've done on this channel, and I'm going to try to keep that in mind when I look through how good this game is. It's not a AAA game, so I'm not expecting AAA quality. This is a mini game slash like party game that's kind of just used as a tech demo for what the Wii remote can do and what the Wii is capable of. And you use your own created Mii that you would make on the Mii channel on the Wii and use that avatar to play these games. Wii Play consisted of 9 mini games: the shooting range, Find Me, table tennis, Pose Me, laser hockey, billiards, fishing, charge, and tanks. Now, usually the format for this series is I talk about the story of a game, the arts, and then the gameplay. That doesn't really make sense for Wii Play, so instead I'm just going to go ahead and look through each minigame individually and see how good they are. So let's begin. Alright, sharpshooting, here we go. Almost domed myself again, and I just did it there. Oh! No! Alright, we lost one. The first game is the shooting range. This is pretty much just one big duck hunt homage. It's a simple game where you point the Wii remote, at the screen, aim with the Wii remote, and press A or B to shoot each target. The game consists of 5 levels, the first being balloons, then to shooting targets, to shooting disc, to cans that you just try to shoot and keep up in the air, and then UFOs, as UFOs try to come in and pick up your Miis. There's like 6 or 7 of your little Miis on the ground getting picked up by UFOs that you have to help save. Now, I think it's worth noting that for this game, I have a gun. Watch out. YouTube, this is a toy gun. But you would put the Wii remote right here into the gun. I don't know how this is going to sound, but the microphone might be too close. Okay. But you just slide it in. Boom. It has the sensor pointed out so we can still line up on the screen. Trigger right here presses the B button. And you can just kind of shoot around on the screen like that. Now, did it help with accuracy? Slightly. Okay, hold on. It's not like, there it goes. Okay, it's just a little, it's not quite centered right. Let's see if I can get a better score with it though. Oh, this is not off to a good start. Damn, I lost. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Ooh, 4 points better. So even with some early woes, I already got a better score with the gun. The Wii remote, and especially with the gun, is kind of weird because it just felt off-center. The gun especially. The Wii remote by itself was fine, but for some reason with the gun, it felt slightly off-center. But once you adjust to that, I think it did help a little bit having a gun in my hand. I don't know how else to say it. The shooting game made sense with a gun. Weird take. But this is a very simple game just meant to show like the Wii remote's tracking sensor using, I forget what this is called, but the sensor. Overall, pretty fun and simple game. And in some of the stages, there are ducks that are going to fly through that you can get extra points for if you're able to hit. Just a really solid, simple game, a nice accessory that you could get to make it even better. I'm going to have to give this game a 9 out of 10. Okay, Find Me. Pick out the right faces from the crowd, aim with the Wii remote, and press A to select. Find 2 lookalikes. Right, it's the faces. I was looking for outfits. It's the faces. This is where I'm going to fail. Find the me that I'm using. Okay, well, mine's got glasses, so that makes it super easy. Do more of that one, please. All right, find the two odd me's out. What makes them odd? He has a hat on. What? What makes them odd? Oh, they're looking the wrong way. She's looking the wrong way, and she's looking the wrong way. Okay, I did not know what I was looking for there. The fastest me? Oh, she's right there. Hold on. Bam! The next game is the Find Me game. This is a game that you have a timer, and the time carries over to each level. You do get extra time when you complete a level, but once you run out of time, that's it for the whole game. The whole point is to complete whatever objective that level is before the timer runs out. These objectives range from finding identical Miis, like 2 or 3 Miis that look the exact same, finding the fastest Mii, whichever Mii is moving, walking, running, swimming the fastest, finding the odd Mii out. This is usually in like a tennis game where they're all looking back and forth as the ball rallies. You just have to see which head is going the opposite direction from the others. That's going to be the odd Mii out. Another one could be finding your own Mii. Mine had glasses, colorful glasses, which made it super easy for me to do. The most unique minigame would be for one whole level, all you do is just pick a random Mii. That's it. You just pick one that you like. And then several levels later, you have to remember which one you picked and pick them out again. You know, a little memory game to that one. Overall, it's a very simple game. There's not much to it. It's just how quick you can notice patterns or different differences between these Miis. Or in one case, you know, a slight memory game. Very simple game. Relatively fun, but there's just really nothing to it. I'm going to have to give the game a 6 out of 10. All right, rally 100 times. Jesus. Oh, okay, I gotta see how to like. So the goal is to go to there 100 times. Okay. Yo, I thought we were rallying. We're just trying to go back and forth. Don't need to be. I can get 100 if this guy wants to cooperate. All right, we'll try this one more time. All right. Okay, are we working together here or not? Oh, fuck. All right, 40 might be what we have to deal with on this one. Now for table tennis, I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just regular table tennis where your Wii Remote is the paddle. The paddle in the game, it doesn't really line up with the Wii Remote. You don't play like this. It's more of like a cursor drag game where you drag a paddle around as a cursor, so you're not quite getting the full feeling of playing table tennis, which you would like for the Wii. It could lend itself very well to that, but it just doesn't do that in this game. I know that for when you play multiplayer, you play regular table tennis, you know, most points win. But when you're playing single player, you just play the computer and you don't even play table tennis. You just rally back and forth trying to see how long you can go. And that's the whole game, leaving it to be very short. And I am basing most of this on the single player. I'm trying to keep in mind the multiplayer stuff, but I didn't have anyone to play this with right now. I did growing up. But mostly because you don't actually play table tennis as you would want, how it would naturally feel. You just drag a cursor around. I'm going to have to give table tennis on Wii Play a 5 out of 10. Twist the Wii Remote. I remember thinking this one was boring. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so far so easy. Come on. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. They're rotating. Okay. Jesus. Oh, I thought I died. Okay, I guess I didn't. After I say that. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Alright, whatever. The next minigame is the Pose Me, where you just have your little Mii. You move around with the cursor, like dragging the Wii Remote around, and you pose them in different ways to pop bubbles. You get 3 lives. You lose a life when one of the bubbles makes it all the way to the bottom and hurts you. It pops on you. You can move through the different poses by pressing A and B. Pretty simple, pretty boring, and the weirdest part is there's just random stock photos that kind of cycle through and flash around as you play. Not sure what that was about. This is probably the worst minigame here on Wii Play. It's just pretty boring. You just press A and B, which, if each pose had its own button, its own dedicated button, it might have been better, but just having to remember to switch back and forth using the same buttons does kind of slow down the kind of flow you could get, because you have to keep scrolling up and down instead of each pose having its own dedicated button. I think hurts it. All in all, for this minigame, I'm going to have to give it a 2 out of 10. Laser hockey. Twist the Wii remote left and right to rotate. Okay, I'll stand up for this one. Okay. Okay, hit it into my own goal. Cool, cool, cool. Great way to start. And I lost. And then laser hockey. It's a pretty simple one. It's just air hockey, but on the Wii. Obviously guiding the cursor around to just hit the puck into your opponent's goal. You have 1:30 to play. Whoever's the most points at the end of that wins. And the cursors in this one look like paper clips, which was an interesting choice. But it's just simple air hockey, pretty fun. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. All right, let's just relax and play a little bit of pool. Let me sit for this one. Let's look around. Oh, here we go. Let's just okay, come on. When I pull back, pull back. There it goes. Alrighty. Oh. I didn't realize I was going by the numbers. If you can't tell, I'm not a big pool guy. There it goes. Woo! Oh. 15 points. Hey, new record though. Billiards. It's just simple 9-ball where you just have to hit the balls 1 through 9 in order, and how well you do is based on how many shots it takes you to get all the balls in. That's how your score is based. The lower the shots, the better the game. The controls in this one did not work too well, not totally responsive, pulling back and pushing forward. Just, it didn't work properly on the Wii. Very, very hit or miss on it if it was registering a pullback or not, which is not ideal when playing billiards. I'm going to give it just a decent 4 out of 10. Okay, so one leg, it makes you unbalanced, but the other one, you just look cute. All right, here we go, fishing. All right, let me sit down for this one. Oh, you lose points for small fry? That's ridiculous. Oh, okay, I still got the bonus points, though. It was changing right as I was catching it. Damn, I didn't realize I was timed. But yeah, minus 50 because I didn't understand that. I didn't expect catching a fish to be a negative thing. Then there's the fishing minigame, which is a very calm, relaxed game where you just drag your fishing rod around, catching fish, getting points depending on the type of fish you get. There's also like prize fishes that cycle through, if you catch whatever the prize fish is, you get twice the amount of points for it. Small fries are negative points for some reason, even though you're still catching a fish. Just a very simple game of just, you cast out, you drag it around, fish can kind of nibble on it, and then once one finally bites, you just yank them out of the pond. It is just a really chill game. I wish they could be like an untimed mode where I'm just sitting there yanking fish out, but it's timed. I don't remember how much time you have, but I'm going to give it a decent 7 out of 10. Was, relatively fun. Forward to run, back to slow, raise it to jump. I remember having real problems with this thing listening when I wanted it to jump. Let's see if that memory holds true. Okay, so far it's all good. So far so good. Okay, return. Okay, maybe that's what the issue was. It wasn't jumping, it's turning. Oh, turn. He's not turning. Hey, still not turning. Turn. Jesus. Oh. Do Wii Play? I am doing Wii Play. Then there's Charge. This is just a bull riding game where you're on a track, riding a bull, having to knock down targets, and finish in a certain amount of time. The more targets you hit and the less time it takes you to do it, the higher your score is. This game was pretty fun, but the only problem was the turning on the Wii remote it felt off. It didn't seem to always want to turn when I turned the Wii remote. So the controls were a little lacking, but it was pretty fun. I think I'm going to give this one another 7 out of 10. Oh, Megatron. Okay. Forget how. Oh. See, we're already doing clean shots like that. 4 tanks. Let's just move around them. Oh, there we go. Oh god, I forgot about these guys. I hate these ones. These guys are tough. You can't give them any line of sight. God. There we go. Where did I get hit from? I guess I got sniped by him in the bottom right. Ugh. The final minigame, Tanks. It's just toy tank fighting. You have 3 lives. You go through a certain amount of levels until you're out of lives. The more tanks you defeat, the higher your score is. You have to defeat each tank within each level to move on. If you destroy a couple tanks on a level and then die, but you still have more lives, you go back in, and however many tanks you defeated, they're still defeated. So it's pretty forgiving in being able to move forward. You can shoot by pressing B, you can place mines with A, and you just move around with the joystick and aim with the Wii remote. And there's different enemy tanks in the game that do different things. There's stationary tanks that shoot, there's moving tanks that shoot, there's moving tanks that place mines, and I think they also shoot. There's these green tanks that just shoot absolute rockets out, which are really tough to dodge sometimes. Your best bet is to shoot their rockets with your own missiles to blow them up. Those ones were definitely a pain in the ass. It made it very difficult at times. But this is probably the best game on Wii Play. It's the one that I have the most love for. When I was posting about playing Wii Play, that was the one I saw people get most excited for. I'm going to have to give Tanks a 10 out of 10. It's the best game here. So, Wii Play is pretty much just a glorified tech demo to show what the Wii and the Wii Remote can do. The quality of the games are all over the place. I mean, some having some really good ones and some pretty bad games in here. But those games that are fun truly could be played for a long amount of time, especially when you're a kid. And I think this game was targeted towards kids, and I was a kid when I first played this, playing it with my siblings. Did have a lot of fun playing these mini games with them. And you also got to keep in mind how much it cost. It was $10 then. It was not a AAA game. Shouldn't expect AAA quality for $10. I think this game is pretty much well worth it for what it was costing. Again, the full price was like $49, but that is because of the extra Wii remote you get with it. So I think overall, I'm going to give Wii Play a 7 out of 10. Had relatively low expectations considering, what it was for, just to show off what the Wii remote can do and how much it cost. But I think it delivered pretty well on what you would want from it. Some bad games in there that hold it back a little bit though, but I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Now, Wii Play does have a sequel game called Wii Play Motion, so if that's something you would want to see me do, let me know. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next game in this series.
The time has come to let go of your humanity.
Let go of your past.
They burdened you with expectation.
They gave you a second chance.
They scarred you with rejection.
But fate has dealt you a new hand.
Gifts beyond measure.
Strength through alliances.
A destiny yet unwritten.
We are not defined by our past.
Seize the power.
And the future will show you
who you really are.
But let me know what else you would want me to play next, what you agreed with most about this video and what you disagreed with most. Anything you liked about it, let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a like. Go ahead and subscribe for more to come. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep gaming.